Here's a little quick tidbit of news for you guys. Linden Vey, on the KHL's Twitter earlier today at 4 a.m. in the morning, breaking, Barys and forward Linden Vey have parted ways on a mutual agreement. The 26-year-old Linden Vey is the team's point-scoring leader, third in total KHL points with 52 in 50 games played. Okay, what? What the hell? In the comments and all the replies, everybody is talking about other NHL teams, like, yo, he's gonna come to the NHL after playing in the Olympics, and he's gonna tear up the NHL because he's getting 52 points in 50 games. That means that he's a good player again, and he's not the same player as he was in Vancouver. Oh, this is awesome, he's gonna come back to the NHL, but earlier today, at 5 a.m., so almost 2 hours later, because this was at 5:42, Linden Vey signs with the Zurich Lions, the ZSC hockey club over there in Switzerland. Looking at the article on the Lions website, they're talking about how Linden Vey, oh, he played with the KHL and now he's playing with us. Basically, they actually describe why Vey left as well. They say here, translated to English from German, because Barys missed the playoff entry, there was the opportunity to move to Zurich. And they talk about how Linden Vey is a playmaker with good scoring and strong in power play. He had 139 games with the NHL, LA, Vancouver, Calgary, and he'll play at the Olympics this year. So, yeah, that basically tells the whole story. The KHL playoff entry was basically locked out. I'm assuming that the Barys Astana team, they were probably clinching outside of the playoffs. They didn't have an opportunity to make the playoffs. All the other teams who were available probably clinched, and there was no mathematical reason or opportunity for the Astana to play in the playoffs. So, because of that, Linden Vey said sayonara, and now he's playing for the Lions, who I assume probably have playoff hopes, I guess. I mean, this is the team Austin Matthews was on. I think they might be a good team. But yeah, Linden Vey, he quits the KHL and he doesn't come back to the NHL. I really have nothing else to say about this other than I thought for sure, okay, he's going to play at the Olympics and then he's going to sign an NHL contract to come back. Yeah, that's not the case. He's staying over there in Europe, at least what looks to be the remainder of the season. So, yeah, best of luck to him, I guess. This is actually a smart move on his behalf, and here's why I believe so. Let's take a look at what he did in his last year in the NHL. Okay, he was a good AHL player, but he didn't crack the NHL roster, and he wasn't able to stay consistent with the NHL and the way the NHL functioned. He's a good player at the AHL, that's it. So, what happens when he goes to the KHL? He doesn't get the best deal in the world, that's what I'm assuming, because, okay, you were good in the AHL, but you sucked at the NHL, so I believe that the KHL team Barys Astana probably gave him not a contract that was worthy of the third highest point scorer in the KHL kind of money. I don't think he got that kind of money. I think he got more of a prove-it deal from that KHL team. I think that just based off of speculation and just based off of the timeline of events and everything, I believe that Linden Vey's money in the KHL wasn't really that high. Because he's a fresh newcomer. He's young blood from across the ocean. What justification is there for a KHL team to give big bucks to a player who they don't know if he's going to succeed? Sure, it's the best case scenario because he did succeed and he was really good. He's the third best point getter in the league. So, what happens now? Termination of the contract, a mutual agreement to leave, and now he signed a contract with the Lions. What does that mean for him? Well, it means that the Lions probably paid him a lot. Because the Lions, they're playing in the NLA, and it is my humble opinion that the NLA is below the KHL. I believe that the talent in the KHL supersedes the talent of the NLA. So, the NLA is over there, and they're looking at this player, Linden Vey, and they're saying, okay, this guy was the third best player in the KHL, the best player that wasn't playing for SKA St. Petersburg, and he wants to come to our team? Yo, we gotta pay him money. We gotta give him a lot of money because this is a good talent. And he's shown that he can succeed at this level of hockey. Or at a level above this level of hockey. So Linden Vey making this move to come over to the Lions in exchange for leaving his KHL team, it is just my speculation that this is a really good financial move for Vey. Sure, it says something about his character that, okay, once the team loses a playoff chance, he leaves and goes to a different league. What does that say about the player? Okay, I don't want to get into that debate. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about just the fact that he's kind of making interesting decisions that do benefit him. And if Linden Vey was playing in the NLA the whole season, I think he'd be way more successful, and his value in the market would be higher. Because I thoroughly believe that the NLA is below the KHL, and if he was doing this well in the KHL, just imagine how good he'll be playing in the NLA. And that's no disrespect. I don't want to say that, okay, Swiss, you're below the Russians. The Russians, you're better. I'm saying that the Hockey League is better. Because the KHL is huge. It's literally huge. It spans from teams in Finland over to teams that are close to Japan. It spans the teams that are over there in China. And the players, it is genuinely regarded as the second best hockey league in the world. And there's a reason for that. The KHL is Russia's way of competing with the NHL. This is literally low-key a form related to politics that has spanned back to like 50 years or whatever, but I don't want to get into that debate either. Point is, Linden Vey's going to be better with the NLA team, he's going to be making more money, and this is way more money than he would have made if he ever came back to the NHL. So yeah, good on him, I guess. It's weird. He left this team right after they lost the playoff spot, but at least he's playing still. At least he's having a good career, and that's all we really care about, right? Hope you guys enjoyed. This is for Plus, and Gaming, and bye.